What's going on, guys? I just finished watching the Cowboys offensive line versus the Rams defensive line in Week 8, and I was focused on the guards, left guard Tyler Smith and right guard Zach Martin, who I think have a strong case for being the best guard duo in the NFL right now. And I had to watch this game because obviously against Aaron Donald, anytime you get good on good like this or great on great, and in this case, Martin and Donald, you definitely have to watch it. Tyler Smith is, an ascending player. He's already, one of the best left guards in the game, and he's just in his second season, and he didn't even play left guard most of the year last year as a rookie. He played left tackle, so he's still getting better. I think he's 22 years old, and in this game, he still has some breakdowns, which he did in this game. With his technique, which isn't, too much of a bad thing, too concerning or anything like that at all, considering how young and inexperienced he is. So I think it would be unrealistic to not expect those things to happen. He's not going to be, as close to perfect as somebody like Zach Martin is right now. But I think, all things considered, with the level of special, that you are seeing from him this season especially, I think the Cowboys, definitely hit a home run with this draft pick, which I think was pretty evident last year right away. But we're going to go through a couple reps here that I think really highlight Tyler Smith in a positive light and really showcase why he's probably the next great left guard in the NFL. So this is the first one that I wanted to look at here. And this is a jump set against Aaron Donald. Extremely difficult circumstance right here. This can go awry in a number of different ways, namely oversetting. When Donald is tight like this, it's very easy, especially if you're setting aggressive on him, to just drift or just to get a little bit too far. And that happens by turning and opening up your hips and your shoulders early. So let's watch it full speed real quick. And, clearly, just by his positioning relative to the quarterback and how in control he is, this is a good rep. But when you look at it kind of frame by frame, you can really appreciate some of the nuance here from Tyler Smith, which is the most impressive part, because you see the elite play strength that he has and his ability to absorb force and anchor at an elite level, which I think is the best thing that he does. That is on display too. But watch his initial approach here and how square he is out of his stance. And that's really the key. So square, look at him square and initiate contact with the outside hand. Boom. All right, he's high, initially drops his hips, uses kind of that forearm to create leverage and then locks him up, right? So, good recovery, great strength for sure. But if he were to open up early here and immediately open his hips and shoulders, Donald would probably cross his face. That's what Donald does. If you make a slight mistake, he's going to capitalize on it. Tyler Smith is pretty much perfect here, at least from the onset of the rep. So I love this approach from him. This is a great set. It's a great job staying square, because what that does is force Donald to go outside. He has no opening here because Tyler Smith is initially square. So that is critical. And then, the play strength takes over from there. But just a great jump set, great pass set overall from Tyler Smith right there. Just a really high-level approach there from the 22-year-old second-year player. This next one is probably my favorite rep right here. Okay, so they're going to be dealing with a twist here, kind of a TT twist right here, the left guard and center. But watch how firm he is on this overtake. And then the finish is tremendous. So we'll watch it full speed here for you. You just get an idea what happens. It's the end part right here that really makes it special. It's really good right here, just from the overtake part. You got a penetrator right here, drag hand right in the center, overtake. Okay, but I just appreciate how firm he is right here on the overtake. I mean, he plants his feet and look at, he does not concede any ground. If anything, he's kind of reestablishing, the line of scrimmage at that point, right there. I mean, that's just, look at his positioning on this defender. I mean, a lot of the times on an overtake like this, you might just kind of overtake it where you are, right? Maybe just give a little bit of ground and kind of hang out right here, be firm here. That would have been a good rep. But he does more than that, right? He plants his feet and just is in full control of this guy. The grip strength from here kind of takes over. The guy has no chance to come off the block. And then you got Byron Young in pursuit from the backside, right? Tyler Smith is not happy with just, kind of dominating his guy. He works off of it and gets a piece of the pursuing rusher, which is awesome right there. And then he finishes his guy, knocks him down with the late shove. I mean, to dominate, like I said, to dominate your guy, like this would be a really impressive rep. But to have the wherewithal and just the ability to kind of block too, like look at this still frame right here. Like this screenshot, I mean, that's worth sharing. I think that screenshot actually tells the story right here. That ability to block too. I mean, these kind of, late parts of the play, a lot of these sideline angle, views of what Tyler Smith is doing. Man, it just really speaks to a guy who has special ability, right? Doing the extra, that you typically don't see from guys. And I think that's a really good example. This is the next example of it. So the Cowboys are going to run a screen here. Go ahead and watch the center and the left guard here. They both do, an excellent job. So center, Tyler Biadasz, great job there. Tyler Smith. Okay. So Tyler Smith blocks 2 here, but let's just appreciate this a little bit more. I think if the running back, first of all, would have caught this clean, this would have been a lot prettier of an highlight. It just would have been a little bit more clean to the, to the eye. But, nonetheless, let's watch Tyler Smith here. So first of all, do you see this giddy up, this burst from Tyler Smith? This is just really impressive. Watch from here, this point on. See how much ground he covers and how quickly he's like gliding. I mean, the movement skill from Tyler Smith at his size is, top tier, I think, for sure. The stuff he's done on the move this year has been unreal. But I would love to talk to him because at this point right about here, it looks like he is assessing 2 right here, right? He's looking at 4. Clearly, this is the guy he's going after primarily. But number 2, he's also, concerned about him. So at this point right here, he knows he's going to wipe out and basically obliterate 4, right? Which he does. But his eyes are seeing through 4 to number 2, and he's able to get a piece of him and take him out 2 for the 2-for-1 block in space on the screen. So he just, crushes 4, but he's not content with that. He is actually trying to work through 4 to 2, and he does it successfully to knock him down. I mean, that is a outstanding job from Tyler Smith. There is a lot on display here. The acceleration, the burst, the movement skill, the power, the eyes, the processing skills, the ability to be a force multiplier like this and take out 2, which this is the second time he took out 2 in this game, which is the one I showed you in pass protection earlier. This to me, man, is, it just speaks to, special, right? This is not just good. This is not just, just executing his assignment. He's doing more, he's really, really, just doing some rare stuff. This is the last one we'll go over. This is all about inside hand, presence, placement, strength, because like I said earlier, Donald, if you're going to set aggressively on Donald, a lot of the time if you make a slight mistake, he's going to go across your face and beat you inside. And then right here, you could see Tyler Smith again come out square initially, but Donald is patient and he kind of wants him to commit, which he does. Look at, hips, shoulders turned. Donald says, okay, perfect opportunity to cross his face. But Tyler Smith's inside hand right here is tremendous. Boom, right there. Inside the armpit, lifts up Donald, totally stones him and shuts him down, forces Donald outside, basically within his grasp. And then once that happens, the rep's over. But man, this is this is stuff typically reserved for an elite level player who's, a seasoned pro. This is, a lot of nuance. This is hand placement, timing, all on display, and then the strength as well. This right here, the fact that he got it inside, this very easily could have been wrapped around, and then you're susceptible to, getting a holding call. But the fact that he gets that inside hand inside right there and just stones him, man. I mean, wow. We saw some really impressive stuff from Tyler Smith this game, and we have all year. And like I said at the onset of this, I mean, this is, I think it's safe to say, the next great left guard in the NFL.